Evaluate without using tables, sine negative 1290 degree. So this is JAMB 1978 Mathematics question 40. So this is a question on trigonometry. So there are some facts that you need to remember for it to be easy for you to solve this question. First of all, this sine is a negative, this sine of a negative angle. So, and you know that sine of a negative angle is negative. You first need to apply that fact here. So let's apply that one first. Solution, sine of negative 1290 degree will be equal to negative sine 1290 degree. So the sine of a negative angle will be negative. It is standard in trigonometry. But cosine of a negative angle will be positive. Similarly, tangent, that's tan of a negative angle, will also be negative. Now, the next thing to do is to simplify this 1290. You can see that this is a very big value. It's a big angle. So the thing that you need to remember, another fact that you need to remember is that sine, cosine, tangent, they are all periodic functions. So what do I mean by that? It means after a certain value, which we call the period, the value starts repeating itself again. So if I plot the graph of sine, this is how the graph of sine looks. So, and it starts all over again and start going down and start all over again. So starting from here to here, we have completed one oscillation. So this is where you have one period. So you can see that the shape starts again and form another S shape, something looking like a snake. So from here to here, we have one period. From here to here again, another period. From here to here again, another period. So the value starts repeating itself again. And the value of sine does not go beyond +1 and does not go below -1. So that means the range of value of sine theta is from -1 to +1. That is how, but you don't really need all this. I'm just trying to let you know. Now, what is now the period? From 0 to 360. 360 degree is always the period of both sine and cosine. So that means we can write this angle as a multiple of 360. So because after all, after every 360 degree and its multiple, the value starts repeating itself again. So that means I can write this as a multiple of 360. Let me clean up the graph. So, of course, this is negative sine. So 3 times 360 plus 210. 3 times 360 plus 210 degree will give me 1290. How did I know that? If I divide this by 360, I will have 3 whole number, remainder 210. Very good. So from here, you see this part where we have 3 times 360, we can remove it. Reason is that this stands as the period. Like I said that after every period. So it means that graph will have turned around 3 times. So, and it will go extra 210 degree again. So that means this part where we have 3 times 360 can be out of the game. So I will have minus sine 210. So I will now work sine 210. So you don't even need calculator for this also. Sine 210 is just like saying sine 180 plus 30. If you add 180 plus 30, will give you 210. So let me rewrite it as negative sine 180 degree plus 30 degree. So 180 plus 30 falls at the third quadrant. If I draw the 4 quadrants, you see this quadrant is acute angle when you have theta less than 90 degree. So but over this place we have theta, we have 90 less than theta less than 180 degree. So but here 180 degree less than theta less than 270. So whatever you have here should be 180 degree plus theta. So over this quadrant, sine is negative, cosine is negative, it is only tangent that is positive. So we have negative sine theta, we have negative cos theta, and we have positive tan theta at this quadrant. But here, everything is positive. All are positive here. But at the second quadrant, only sine is positive at this second quadrant. So here, only cosine is positive here. So, but we have negative sine here. So this fact will also help me again to complete my solution. So let me clear this. So from here now, I am going to have negative. So you also need to neglect the 180 and take sine 30. But don't forget that sine 30 will be negative at that point. So I will have, and I already have a negative outside before. So I will have brackets negative sine 30. Since we know that sine is negative at that third quadrant, so I will have this as negative sine 30. So open this bracket. At the end of the day, you have positive sine 30. So if you remember your special angle very well, sine 30 is half, which is 0.5. So I will have my answer as positive 1/2, which is 0.5. So check your option. You see that option E is the best. Thank you.